Hello everyone. In this video, we would be solving paper 1 of November 2019. So let's begin. Evaluate 1 whole 1 over 8 minus 1 over 4. First of all, we have to change this into improper fraction, which will be 9 over 8 minus 1 over 4. The LCM will be 8, so multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2. 9 minus 2 equals to 7 over 8. The answer is 7 over 8. Okay, the next one says 5 over 9 divided by 2 over 3. So whenever you have a division sign, you first have to reciprocate it and change it into multiplication. 5 over 9 multiplied by 3 over 2. This can be cancelled out. 3 times 1, 3 times 3. So this will become 5 over 6. So your answer is 5 over 6. Write these values starting with the smallest. So you can see there's a variety over here. First of all, I'm going to change all of this in decimals. Now changing into decimals is very easy because they have been really smart in choosing the numbers. They have chosen all the numbers that can be easily divided. So this will become 0 0.035, 0 0.04, 0 0.06, this is 0 0.03, and we have 0 0.05. So these are the numbers that have been changed into decimals. Okay, I'll just show you why I was saying these are very easy. So for example, if we have 1 over 20, it's very simple to find the decimal of this. What you have to do is you multiply this by 5, multiply this by 5. This will become 5 over 100, and then you just need to jump the decimal places. Your answer will be 0 0.05, and the same goes for the rest. Okay, now let's rearrange them starting from the smallest. The smallest one over here is 0 0.03. So I'll write 0 0.03. Then we have 0 0.035, which can be written as 7 over 200. Write the original numbers. Then we have this, which is written as 4%. So the next number would be 0 0.05, which is 1 over 20. And the last one is 3 over 50. There you go. Okay, the next question is, from this list of numbers, write down a prime number. A prime number is a number that comes in only its table and in a one times table. So 37 is the number, which is the prime number. So 37. A square number. 36 and 37, choose. This is a prime number, so obviously 36 is the square of 6. So your answer is 36. An irrational number. An irrational number is a number that cannot be simplified. It cannot be expressed in a fraction. So this will become 35. Okay. Solve the equation 6 plus 8x equals to 7 minus 2x. Let's simplify this. 8x plus 2x. You can do a lot of steps directly as well, but I'm just showing all the steps. Equals to 1. So x equals to 1 over 10. If you want, you can write this as a decimal as well, but I'm just writing it as a fraction because I don't want to waste my time. Question number 5, factorize. Okay, this is the easiest one. 49 is a square of 7 and 9 is a square of 3. T square is a square of t. So this is the third identity, which is a square minus b square, which can be written as a plus b and a minus b. So there you go, 7 plus 3t and 7 minus 3t. Okay, the next question, this is pair common. So you take out a common from here, take out a common from here. From here, I'm taking 5x common, and I have 3y in the bracket plus 1 minus sign because it will be copied down. Then 6 and 2 have 2 in common. 3y minus minus is plus 1. So the first bracket is 3y plus 1. The second bracket is 5x minus 2. Let's write down the answer here. 5x minus 2 and 3y plus 1. Okay. A movie lasts for 1 hour and 48 minutes and finishes at 10:15 p.m. Find the time it starts. So this is the finishing time, and they're asking for the starting time. And this over here is the duration. So let's write it down, 10:15. And we have to subtract 1 hour 48 minutes from it, right? Okay, just look at this number. Can 15 minutes be subtracted from 48 minutes? I don't think so. So what we'll be doing is we will be doing some changes over here. We will be making this 9 hours, and once I give 60 minutes to this, 60 minutes to this, my answer will be 75. So I'm writing 75 in place of this. This is how you subtract time. So you have to make sure that if you're taking 1 hour, then you're giving 60 minutes to the other one. 75 minus 48 is 27. 9 minus 1 is 8. So your answer is 827. Okay. The size of a television screen is given as 95 centimeters. Correct to the nearest 5 centimeters. Okay. Write down the upper bound. This is the question of upper bounds now. So this is a limit of accuracy. So 95, the correct way of doing this is, and the most easiest way is, you make a number line. You write 95, which is the number that's given to you. Now they're saying correct to the nearest 5 centimeters. So it's very simple. Just make units of 5 centimeters. 95 plus 5 is 100. 95 minus 5 is 90. Now they are asking upper bound. Upper bound means this bound. There are two bounds. This is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. Since they're asking for the upper bound, I will be taking the number in between 100 and 95, which is 97.5. So there you go. Your answer is 97.5. Okay, the next question. The diagram shows a circle, its center and two chords of equal length. These are the chords. Chords are lines that divide a circle in two parts. These are the two chords and this is the center over here. The diagram has the one line of symmetry. That's pretty obvious. Draw this line of symmetry. So line of symmetry will be over here passing from the middle. This is how your line of symmetry would be. In the diagram below, two small triangles are shaded like you see over here. Wait, yeah. Like you see over here, this is shaded and this is shaded. Shade one more small triangle to give a diagram that has a rotational symmetry of order 3. So you need a rotational symmetry of order 3. Rotational symmetry is when you rotate an object and you get the same object, which means that it overlaps it. So you will be rotating this triangle and you will be checking which triangle should be shaded. So in this case, I am shading this part over here. I'm shading this part over here. So what I advise my students is that there are two very easy ways of doing this. Number one, take a butter paper in your exam and just sketch the entire thing on the butter paper and start rotating it. It's very obvious which triangle has to be shaded. Otherwise, what you can do is just on a piece of paper, on a separate piece of paper, draw the same triangle and start rotating it 3 times. The triangle that needs to be shaded is very obvious in that case. Okay, by writing each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the value of this. Let's change all of these correct to one significant figure. So 39.864 will become 40 multiplied by under root of 8 point something something. The closest one is 9. And 0.6013, I will change this into 0.6. Okay, let's simplify this. 40 multiplied by 3 divided by 0.6. 3 and 0.6 can be cancelled out. 3 times 1 and 3.0.2. Now this can be cancelled out as well because 0.2 times 1 and times 200. So your final answer is 200. Okay. An easy way of doing this is also that 40 divided by 0.2, multiply this by 10, multiply this by 10, this will be 400 divided by 2, which is 200. So there are lots of tricks when when you need to calculate without a calculator. Question number 9. A map has a scale of 5 centimeter to 2 kilometer. The actual distance between two masts is 14 kilometers. Calculate the distance in centimeters on the map between the two masts. So first, rewrite the scale. 5 centimeter equals to 2 kilometers. Now they're saying 14 kilometers have x. So cross multiply it, your answer will be x equals to 5 multiplied by 14 divided by 2. 2 times 1, 2 times 7, answer is 35. I told you the calculations are very simple in paper 1. Okay, the next question. On the map, the surface area of a lake is 50 centimeters square. Now they're talking about area, which means we have to change our scale into area as well. Let's rewrite the scale and we will be multiplying it by itself in order to change it into squares. So 5 square, 2 square would be 25 centimeters square equals to 4 kilometers square. The reason why I am doing this is length. And here they're talking about area. So area means squaring the number. That's why I've squared these numbers to calculate the area of to calculate the ratio of the areas. Now they are asking what is of 50 centimeters square. This is so obvious. 25 times 2 is 50, which means 4 times 2 will be 8. So your answer is 8 kilometers square. Write the scale 5 centimeter to 2 kilometer in the form 1 is to n. Okay, the form 1 is to n means that you need to have the same unit. Over here you have centimeter and you have kilometer, which means I need to change this into centimeter. So 5 centimeter equals to 1 meter has 100 centimeters, which means 2 zeros. Okay, I'm writing it here, 2 zeros. And 1 kilometer has 1000 meters. So that means 3 zeros. So I will be adding 5 zeros over here. This is a very simple calculation that is in my head. And here, basically 3 zeros are for changing kilometer to meter, and then meter to centimeter is 2 zeros. That's how I do it. All right, centimeters, same unit, cancel out. 5 is to 25 zeros. All right, now simplify this. I have to divide it by 5 in order to get a 1 over here. So 200,000 divided by 5 is 40,000. So your answer is 1 is to 40,000. Y is inversely proportional to x. Inversely proportional is when you have y equals to k divided by x. Now they are saying when x is 2, y is t. So when x is 2, y is t, which means what is k? So k is 2 multiplied by t, which is 2t. Okay, now they're saying find an expression for y. So the equation would be y equals to 2t divided by x. Now they're saying what is it when x is 3? So change the value of x, which will be 2t divided by 3. So there you go. This is your answer. The next question. Express 4500 times 10 times 1000 square in standard form. Very easy. First, change all of this. There are two ways of doing this. Either you want to change all of this in powers of 10 or you just want to expand it. So I'm expanding it because I think students find it much easier this way. How many zeros in all? 2, 3, and 3 more. So we have 8 zeros in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's start jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4.5 times 10 to the power of 9 is your answer. Giving you answer in standard form, evaluate 2.4 times 10 to the power of minus 8 divided by 4 times 10 to the power of minus 3. 2.4 has to be divided by 4 and then 10 to the power of minus 8. Minus 3 when goes up becomes a plus 3. So plus 3. 2.4 divided by 4 is 0.6 times 10 to the power of minus 5. Now I have to jump 1 decimal forward, which will mean 6 times 10 to the power of minus 5 plus 1, which will be 6 times, minus 1. We have minus 1 over here because we're jumping forward. So minus 5, minus 1, your answer will be 10 to the power of minus 6. So this is my final answer. Okay, a polygon has 6 sides. Calculate the sum of interior angles of this polygon. This is such an easy question, which is for 2 marks. So the formula is n minus 2, which is 12 minus 2 times 180 degrees. 10 times 180 is 1800 degrees. So there you go. This one was very easy. Okay. Simplify anything to the power of 0 is 1. 3 square is 9. And x cube multiplied by 2 is x to the power of 6. So your answer is 9x to the power of 6. You can always divide your working in numbers and variables so that it's much easier. Okay, over here we have a negative power. So first reciprocate it in order to make your power positive, because it's very difficult to deal with negative powers. So I'm going to reciprocate it, x cube divided by 8, and the power is positive, magic. 1 over 3 means multiply your power with 1 over 3, and 8 to the power of 1 over 3. All right, 3 and 3 will cancel out, which means only x is left. Cube root of 8 is 2. So your answer is x over 2. Next question. Okay, the temperatures are measured, and this is the cumulative frequency graph. They are saying to estimate the value of 20th percentile. 20th percentile means 20% of your y, which is 120. So 20% of y is, we have 20 divided by 100 multiplied by 120, which is equals to 24. Now let's find the corresponding value of 24. So 24 is here. I will be finding the corresponding x value, which is 36.6. The number of people with a temperature between 36.8 and 37 degrees. So first of all, let's find what is the corresponding value of this. What is the corresponding value of this? The corresponding value of 36.8 is, okay, this is this value over here, which is 62. And 37.0. 37.0 is here. Let me raise it. Okay. Yeah, which is 100. This is easy. Minus 100. Okay, 100 minus 62. Your answer is 38. All right, the next question now. The time taken for this is okay, this is a histogram. So we have frequency density over here. Frequency density is whenever your class width is unequal. We have a class width of 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 2 here, 2 here, which means it's unequal. That's why they have plotted frequency density against time. Use the histogram to find the value of P. Frequency density has a formula. Frequency density equals to frequency divided by the interval or the class width. So what is the frequency over here? Frequency is P. Let's write it down. Frequency is P. Okay. Frequency is P divided by the class width is 2. And let's check what is the frequency density. So the frequency density from 4 to 6 is 8. So there should be 8 over here. P will be equals to 2 times 8, which is 16. Okay, the next question is complete the histogram. What should we complete here? 6 to 8. 6 to 8 is a class interval of 2. And 4 is the frequency. First of all, let's find the frequency density. Frequency density will be frequency, which is 4, divided by class width, which is 2. So the frequency density is also 2. I have to make a graph and continue this. So let's complete it. There you go. Done. All right. The next question is, in the diagram, AP, BQ, and CR are the bisectors of the angles of a triangle ABC. What is a bisector? Bisector is when you're dividing the angle in exactly 2 halves. So if, for example, this is being divided, that means you have 31 here, 31 here. Okay, so you have 37 and 37, 22 and 22. The question is saying calculate POC. POC is over here. This is the angle that you have to calculate. Okay. Now, the funny thing is that we do not need this information at all in this question. Okay, let me highlight the triangle that I have to, this is what I have to find. So how about I find this part and subtract it from 180 because it's a straight line. So I'm looking at this triangle over here. Look at this triangle carefully and tell me how to find this. In a triangle, the sum is 180 degrees. You have this, you just need this. So 37 plus 22 minus 180 will give you this. So 180 minus 37 plus 22 gives you 59 degrees. So your answer is 59. Okay. In the diagram, shade the region containing the points which are nearer to AB than AC. Let's shade. This is fun. Nearer to AB than AC. Okay. I've highlighted this thing. So AB is over here and AC is over here. This is the topic of loci. So whenever you have to shade something that's close to a line, you basically need to shade the perpendicular bisector of it, right? This part of it. So I'm shading this part. This line means that basically it's closer to AB than to BC. Okay, done. Now they are saying nearer to CA than CB. Where is CA? CA is here. CA is here. And CB is here, which means it has to be towards this line, right? That's how we will be using the perpendicular bisector line. Let's shade it. Oops, sorry. Yeah. Let's shade it. So this is the part that I have to shade. Let me shade it neatly. Yeah. Okay. Now tell me which part is overlapping. Exactly. This part is overlapping. So this is my answer. I'm going to erase all of it and I'm just going to keep this part because that is not in my answer. My answer is just this part in the triangle, which is ARO. All right. Question 17, probability. A bag contains 2 white beads and 1 black bead only. 2 beads are taken at random without replacement from the bag. Without replacement is highlighted. Complete the tree diagram. So white, there are 2 white, right? There are 2 white beads. So this will be 2 over 3. Second, white and black. Again, white and black. Okay. If two have been, there were 2 beads and 1 has been taken away, so only 1 is left. And if there were 3 in all, because they are not replaced, that means only 2 are left. So 1 over 2 and 1 over 2. Now about the white one, there are 2 white beads. And over here, they've just picked up a black bead, which means white beads haven't been touched. So 2 divided by 2. And since there was only 1 black bead, which has been taken away, so I'm not left with anything at all. So I can directly write 0 over 2, or you can also write 0 in place of this. Write down the probability that only that 2 black beads were taken. How stupid is this? There cannot be 2 black beads because there is 1 black bead only. So your answer is 1 over 3 multiplied by 0, which is 0. So your answer is 0.